Hi guys, this is Loris Brown with LAR Consulting and Design, and I'm going to be talking to you today about branding as it relates to social media. We do some social media marketing tips and strategies that you can employ right away. Okay, let's talk about branding a little bit. What is branding? Branding, at the end of the day, is about consistency. I can get really technical about branding, but I'm going to try and basically keep the basic underlying theme, and that's consistency. And branding can be translated into so many different facets of a business. It could be customer service, it could be brand awareness, it could be imaging. There's so many different facets that make up a good brand, and there's so many different companies that have mastered different segments, in some cases all of those segments, to make a really solid brand. But let's delve into the whole consistency thing and how that relates to social media. Good example of branding, let's take fast food giant McDonald's. If you bought a burger in LA and you bought another one in New York, you bought another one in Florida, let's say it was a Big Mac or something, and if you bite into each one of those from all three of those places, the one thing that's consistent is that they all look and taste the same. And the people at McDonald's, old Ray Kroc, who founded McDonald's, made sure that, and McDonald's corporate made sure that that brand consistency is there, whether their McDonald's is in Tokyo, whether it's in London, whether it's in Moscow, whether it's here in the States. The consistency is the same. And that lesson is what you must take from and apply it to your social media marketing campaign. Now you might be saying, well, how do I do that? One area you can do that in is with imaging. The branded background that you have on your Twitter page should match the branded background that you have on your Facebook page. It should also match the branded background, or the brand colors or images or whatever that you have on your business card or your brochures. There has to be that uniformity and consistency on every touch point that a customer or a prospect comes into contact with you or your business. With the slogans, you can make sure those slogans are seen clearly in the graphics on your Facebook page, clearly in the graphics on your Twitter page, clearly said during your videos, seen in your brochures or your business cards. Again, that uniformity, that consistency. So having an identifiable, memorable slogan is something you can apply that will help you with your brand and establish yourself in your arena. Okay, in real estate, it's about referrals, it's about networking, it's about generating sales and leads, basically from networking and who you know. And social media is the ultimate platform, in my opinion. Let's talk a little bit about some stats of social media when it comes to home buyers and real estate related stats. 50% of home buyers are on social media websites, and that number is steadily growing. More specifically, 79% of home buyers aged 18 to 24 are using social media sites. So again, with social media, you can really target down to specifics like demographics, geographics, whatever, because a lot of these people are already on social media sites, and social media sites, especially the big ones, have compiled tons and tons of information. Like if you're doing advertising on Facebook, you can really narrow down to the specific target niche that you're trying to reach. Remember, today 90% of home buyers and homeowners use the internet to share information. So it's a great networking tool, it's a great referral tool. If people like you, and if you're good at sharing relevant content or being relevant, word will get around. Homeowners refer people. People in general refer people, and it's so easy with social media. The click of a button, and you can reach hundreds and hundreds of people who you might never ever come in contact with, in your everyday goings and comings, for lack of a better term. So 90% of home buyers are already on social media sites and use the internet to share relevant information. And those are some stats that you should be armed with when going forward with a social media marketing campaign. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the essential social media profiles that you need to, or social media sites that you need to be involved in if you're going to be in real estate. Number one, I'd definitely say Facebook. Facebook offers you the opportunity to have a professional business page. Like I mentioned earlier, it can be branded, and you can build a fan base, and you can link it with all your other social media sites. You can post links to articles, you can post comments, ask questions, and you can really engage with your customers. Another thing to have is a blog. Like I mentioned, blogs are great tools when it comes to social media optimization or SEO. Search engine optimization or SEO. Because blogs, a good blog is constantly being updated. A good blog is constantly having people write comments and engage in, with what you're saying or what you're sharing. And search engines like Google like that because it's relevant content, it's new, it's ever changing. So it keeps your site relevant. It increases your links. It increases links to your site. It increases your rankings on search engines like Google. And it's a great way to also stay connected with your audience. And you can again link that to the Facebook and all your other social media sites. Another essential tool is Twitter. Twitter is almost like being at a 24-hour-a-day cocktail party because you get to meet so many people that you would normally never encounter, probably going about your everyday work week or life, for instance. So you really get to meet people with Twitter. You get to engage. You get to share. And again, you can link Twitter with all your other social media sites. You can link Twitter with Facebook. You can link Twitter to your blog. You can post your blog links on Twitter. You can share all your relevant information on Twitter. You can have a tiny little profile on Twitter that says a little bit about you and has a link back to your website. And that also helps you with your search engine benefits because links, again, are a big deal when it comes to Google. So having a Twitter page, and that's just a few areas or a few benefits of having a Twitter page. So having Twitter should definitely also be on that list. Other great sites you should be on are things like ActiveRain and Trulia, and of course LinkedIn. LinkedIn is like the social media stepchild. It's one of the best social media networking sites to be on because it allows you to be able to engage in so many different ways: discussions, joining groups, meeting new people, sharing your content, links back to your website. And LinkedIn is actually almost considered a search engine because the stuff that shows up on LinkedIn shows up on Google. You can search for things on LinkedIn. It's definitely a major piece of your social media arsenal. So I've listed all the sites that you should be on if you're going to be in real estate that are highly effective. Some free blogging sites if you don't already have a blog and you need to get one set up right away. There's a ton of them, but I'm going to give you just a short list of my personal top recommendations. Number one would definitely have to be WordPress. WordPress.com if you wanted to find out more about that, or just go to Google and type WordPress. WordPress has two versions of it. They have a web-based version where you just basically sign up and get an account, and they have a server-side one where you download it, you download a script and you upload it to your server, which is more complicated. If you're not too computer savvy, I'll just go with the one where you log on or get an account at WordPress.com. But they have really professional looking blog templates, easy to manage, really good. Another one would be blogger.com, and again you can go to www.blogger.com or just type blogger in Google. They don't have the server-side element like WordPress, and they're not deemed as professional as WordPress, but they're still probably, I'd say, the number 2 free blogging site. Another one would be livejournal.com, typepad.com. These are just a few that at least you can use to get started if you don't already have a blog, because it's definitely crucial to have a blog in your social media arsenal. Okay, I know we've touched on a lot of different topics here, but I'm going to give you some freebies that you can take away and use now. Some guiding principles that you should always use with social media. So basically, social media etiquette. The first one I would say is listen. Listen to what people are talking about. Ask questions. One of the best ways to find out what your audience wants to hear is by simply asking them. Ask them, what type of things do you want to learn about? What type of things do you want me to share? Don't just start sharing information. Start posting if you're in real estate, start posting all your listings and how many sales awards you've had and all that stuff. People don't care about that kind of stuff. Post things that they want to hear about. And the best way to find out is to listen. Another freebie is ask yourself, what's in it for the customer? So basically, the post that you're going to be sharing, what's in it for them. And if the answer is nothing, then don't post anything. It's as simple as that. Because you have to post, social media is about sharing, so you have to post things that are non-self-promotional, things that are geared towards your audience, and things that they want to hear, and things that they want to learn about. Because if it's great, they're going to share it with their friends. It's going to spiral. It's going to grow. Your followers are going to increase. Your name is also going to be circulated around a lot more, which is going to increase your brand and more awareness for you, and potentially bring in more customers, and establish again you as an expert, because they're going to start relying on you for this great information. So again, always ask yourself, whenever you're about to post something, what's in it for the customer? If the answer is nothing, don't post. Here's another one, criticism. There are a lot of people who can't take criticism at all, but this is actually one arena where criticism is a good thing. And here's why. If you watch YouTube videos on YouTube, the videos with the most views, 9 times out of 10, have a lot of people saying all sorts of things, in the comment box below the video. And typically what I've seen is either they're criticizing something that the person is saying in the video, or they're fighting amongst themselves. And one person will say something, maybe agreeing with whatever it is that's being discussed. Another person disagrees, and then he starts insulting the other guy that's listed at the bottom. But the great thing about it is it's engagement. Because if two people or a bunch of people are engaged in that kind of banter, that's great for you, because that means people are watching the videos, and more people are going to watch because they want to hear what the other guy is going to say, and they want to hear what the response is from the other people or the other person. Or in your case, you can jump in and say, well, no, that's not correct, or this is why I did this, or whatever. But criticism, this is the one time criticism is actually good, because criticism means engagement. So this is something you should actually not shy away from. You should actually be quite happy if people are actually going at it, whether they're criticizing you or criticizing each other for supporting you or not supporting you. At the end of the day, it's just their opinion, but it means that there's a lot of traffic, there's a lot of engagement going on, which means that people are looking and listening to whatever it is you're saying. So criticism is good when it comes to social media. Okay, the last thing I'm going to share with you is personality. You see some videos, or you see some Facebook pages or some Twitter pages, or any kind of social media page, and it's usually kind of dry. They're just posting topics, they're just posting. I mean, they're good topics, but there's no personality, with it. It's just they're just posting information. And at the end of the day, social media is about the personal side of your business, not the business side of your business. People engage on the personal side because they want to find out more about you as a person. Because as I said earlier, people do business with who they like and who they trust and who they can relate to. And the best way for people to be able to relate to you is to be able to relate to you on a personal level. So post questions. I mean, or actually engage. If you have a Facebook fan page, engage your followers. Say, hey guys, what do you think of this? Or for example, or hey, or add some personality when when you're talking about something. Like I saw a Facebook page, for some people who have a home staging company, which is a really valuable tool for real estate agents. Anybody will tell you that. But they were talking about moving stuff around in the room, and one of them was saying, yeah, if you don't want to stub your toe on a table or a side table, you should move it this way, or it should be placed here. But just adding that little, you don't want to stub your toe line, added some personality. It gave a personal element to the post. And of course, a lot of people responded by either laughing or saying, hey, I like that, or sharing it, or whatever. So you have to have that personal engagement when it comes to what you share via social media. So, and also too, with injecting a personality, if you're doing videos too, if you have a theme going, or a certain type of music, or it's fun, there should be some kind of fun or personal element. I mean, it doesn't have to be serious all the time. I mean, serious is fine, but the more personal it is, the better, because it helps, again, to create a brand, familiarity, and it helps put people at ease. We talked about a lot of things today, and I look forward to sharing a lot more videos with you soon. I'd like you to take this away, this slogan. Traditional media is shouting, social media is sharing. Remember that. Traditional media is shouting, social media is sharing.